Hey guys, how is everyone doing today? I have a knife here was kind of loaned, it was loaned in from my buddy over at T1 Gear Reviews. He sent it in via Blade HQ. So that's always fun to get a brand new knife before the owner gets it. I'm truly honored. Like I really am, and I think I said that in the unboxing of this. I'm just really honored that here's this guy across the country whom I've never met in person. We've messaged back and forth. I don't think we've ever even talked on the phone. And he sends me a message and says, "Hey, I'm going on vacation. Can I ship a knife to you from the retailer? Because I'm not going to be home. And I don't want to miss out on this because they only have a few left. I think this is a prototype or a Blade HQ exclusive." And I said, of course. I said, but the price of admission is I get to do an unboxing and a video about it. That's the rules. I'm glad to be like the holder of the knives while you're on vacation. Like, I've done that before. It's not a problem. I am glad to be the middleman if you're doing a trade with somebody that you don't know. But the price of admission is I get to do videos on anything that comes through to be held. Okay? That's the deal. So thank you, T1, for trusting me, letting me have this first, and allowing me to look at it and film it before you get it. So I know that takes a little thunder maybe out of your video, but I'm sure you will do a much better job than I will because, well, we know I just kind of ramble sometimes. So anyway, let's get down to it. This is the Kizer Criticsl Mini. Okay? In an awesome looking... Let's just zoom in because it just looks so freaking awesome. Carbon fiber and red G10 accents. The pivot collars, the backspacer, blacked out clip, blacked out blade with the fingerprints on it and everything. Just everything I look for in a knife as far as the color and configuration. I guess I would call this a basket weave carbon fiber, and you can, I doubt it will show up here. No, it does not. It's not smooth. You can feel that basket weave texture just as you see it. It's subtle, but you can feel that texture. There's a little bit of texture on the G10 pivot collars, and there's just a little bit of jimping here on the backspacer. I don't know what the liners are made out of, if they're steel or titanium. I'm not sure. Probably steel liners with some lightening pockets inside to help with the weight. It is liner lock, of course, as you can see, and it runs on bearings. Typical Kizer fashion. Fires out great, and a beautiful Wharncliffe blade. I do not have any Wharncliffe blades that I own, but they're growing on me over the years. Okay, they really have grown on me. Oh man, I forgot the coin. So let's dive into the specs. It's just a hair over 4¼ inches closed, and a hair over 7¼ all the way open. The blade and the blade edge are both 2.94, although I don't know how people measure it. On the Blade HQ website, it says 3 inches, and on the box, it says 2.8 inches. So I don't know. I measure from the very edge of the scale to the tip, whatever the highest point of the scale is. So for this one, I measured from the top part here, because it kind of swoops down a little bit to the edge. So I don't know how they measure. It is 3V steel, which is pretty freaking cool. .118 blade thickness, .478 overall, weighs in at 3.8 ounces, and as I said, it runs on bearings. I'm thinking it will lighten, kind of smooth out a little bit. It's not smooth, it's very smooth, but I think it will break in and get a little bit looser, so to speak, to give it a little bit more drop shuttiness. I'm good with how it is, though. I don't need a drop shut blade similar to like a Holt Spectre. I don't need that. I don't want that. That's not my ideal blade action. This is pretty freaking good, though. It is a Christensen Knifeworks design that was done by Kizer, kind of a collaboration, and there is a full-size Criticsl. And I didn't write down all the specs on that, but I think a full-size would be better for me. Just in my hand, it would feel better. But overall, there's a lot of things to like about this, and there's one thing to not like. For me personally, and you guys know me, I'm just going to tell it like it is, and we all have our little nitpick items, right? Mine is a pocket clip. Especially when you do a deep carry clip, they got it almost right. They used countersunk hardware, but they didn't recess the clip into the scale. And on my jeans, it doesn't work. It hangs up right there at the edge where the scale, where the clip, kind of the U-shaped part, starts. Unless I put it in the very corner where it's supposed to go in my jeans. I should have brought them out. In the corner, right? On the far back edge of your jeans. That's where it starts to wear. That's where it starts to rip from your knife being there all the time, right? So the hem of the pocket, if that's what you call it, I'm obviously not a seamstress, it starts to wear away in that really back corner, right? Where the rivet is on your normal, like Levi jeans or whatnot. It fits perfectly in there on worn jeans. On a new pair of jeans, or farther forward in that jean pocket, which is what I was testing on, it doesn't. It stops right about here because it gets hung on that seam, the hem of the pocket. And you can kind of wiggle and work it through and boom, it'll go in. But that just kills me. Kills me. So I don't like that part. Because there's just not enough. Now on some deep carry clips that I've had, like the Kubi, they recessed the clip and used a oval-headed screw. And this fits better in those jeans than the Kizer does. Yeah, it kind of hangs up on the screw half the time, and a little bit of chink chink shimmy, and it's in. This one takes a lot of shimmy and is almost just not worth it. Which brings me to the topic of pocket clips. Do we need a deep carry clip? Like, why? Do we think that, people aren't going to notice that there's a knife in our pocket? You still have this big honking clip. Like, everybody knows what it is. And oftentimes with deep carry clips, it makes it a little bit more difficult to deploy from your pocket because there's less to grip onto. And when you are gripping, you're kind of gripping on the clip and you're just adding more pressure. So I don't know. I'm not I'm not going to say I'm not a fan of deep carry clips. I'm not a hater of deep carry clips. I'm kind of in the middle. If they work, then I'm good with it. Like, here's one that absolutely works fantastic. This is the small Honey Badger. They've used recessed hardware, and the clip actually goes down into a hole. It's not even recessed tang of the clip, I guess you'd call it. It actually just goes into the scales and then it's screwed in. This one works in every jean pocket I've tried it in. It just slides right in, boom, it's done. So this one is done perfectly right. So had Kizer recessed the clip, it would have been perfect. If Kubi would have used countersunk hardware, that would have been perfect. So it's just, tell me what you think about deep carry clips. Do you care if a knife has deep carry clips? A lot of people are going out and buying aftermarket deep carry clips for knives that didn't come with deep carry clips because it's that important to them. I don't know. I don't see the need for a deep carry clip. So change my mind. Let me know your thoughts down below. I would appreciate it. And if they're done well, it's okay. But when you have to struggle to get it into your jeans, and I'm talking normal jeans, not Carhartts or, Dickie work jeans or anything like that. I'm talking about just normal style Levi's and whatnot. So now that I've rambled quite a bit, let's just run through some really quick size comparisons. The Sharpie, the Delica, right about the same size as the Delica. The Quiet Carry Waypoint. How about that Kubi since I had it out? And how about the Honey Badger since I had that out also? And because I love it, last but certainly not least, the Hellraiser P-Series. All right, guys, there you go. Thank you, T1, for sending this in. Please go check out T1's channel. I will put a link to his channel down below. Wish him a happy vacation, and you will definitely see this on his channel in the future. So thanks again for letting me borrow this, and thanks everyone for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. Have yourselves a fantastic day, and please come back tomorrow because there will be more, I promise. Thanks all.